In this introduction, we present you Data Geo, what you can do with it, and how to do it. So let's start with a simple example from the Sketches repository. To open a sketch, you go on this button. This is a folder with a green arrow going out of it. We go in Examples, then we browse, and we will select an example with triangle, right triangle. So Dr. Geo is an interactive geometry software. This means that sketches are constructed to obey to the Euclidean geometry. In this example, the triangle is constructed to be rectangle. When I move its summit, it remains a rectangle triangle. If I move one side, it remains also. This is the basis of interactive geometry. Now, let's see how you can do such a construction. So let's start with a fresh sketch. So to create a blank sketch, we click on this button. Then OK, we confirm we want a new sketch. So we have a blank area we will fill with our construction. The first thing we want to do is to add one segment. So a segment is a line. So we go on the lines tools and we select a segment. On the bottom, Dr. Geo tells us what we can do with this tool. Segment defined by 2 points. So to create a segment, we press for the first extremity, we keep pressing and we move, then we release to get the second extremity. So we get a segment. So now we want a right angle, so we want to construct it. To do so, we can construct a perpendicular direction from this segment, starting, let's say, from this point. So this is a line again, but a perpendicular line. This is this tool. We click on it, and again, Data Geo tells us line passing through one point and orthogonal to a line, line, etc. So orthogonal to one direction. So we can select this segment. Then we move to this point. So now we want to create a side going from this point up to this direction, a point on this direction. So we want to create a segment. So we go on line again and we select segment. We start from there, we keep pressing, we move, then we go up to the direction, to the perpendicular line. Then when we are over it, Data Geo tells us this perpendicular line, this means that when I release my finger, it will create the second extremity on this line. I release. So it is created on this line. I can take this point and I move it. I remain on the line. So now I don't need any more this direction. I don't want to erase it with this, but I want to hide it. So I will go on the style tool. This is to edit an object style. I click on this line. I just want to hide it. It will be in gray. Now when I go back to the select tool, the line is hide. Now I want to create this segment. So I go on lines again. I ask for a segment starting at this point. I keep pressing and I go to this point and I release. So now I have my right triangle and it remains a right triangle whatever is the position of the 3 point or even the side. So we are done. So now you get the overall idea about DataGeo, and you should explore it by yourself. There are many tools you can use.